Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I am so late. That is my fault. I apologize, guys. Glad I at least got the live stream up so that the chat could go. People's Guild, Jangles, thanks for keeping everybody entertained with that garbage content. Jeez. It was one of those, like, it showed up, like, I was doing my little flip-throughs on shorts, and it showed up, which is cool. So that means the algorithm's working, right? Like, it kind of knows I do Splinterlands, and it gave me the official, like, Splinterlands short, like, within, like, pretty close to launch and all that stuff. And I was like, all right, let's go. And I saw it. It was Tofu and Vorkis, and I listened to the song like right away, and because I didn't know, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is either Tofu or me. Come on, I've beaten Tofu before, so like it goes either way, like let's go. And it was like Tofu back at it again, and I'm like, crap. It's like, I already know this isn't gonna go well for me. And sure, it was that one where I just got wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, gross. Like, thanks. Just immortalized. Luckily, only a few of you know that that's me. So, like, everybody else was like, oh, Vorkis got wrecked. Who's Vorkis? So, don't go telling everybody. Like, they have to be here to know that I'm Vorkis. But anyway, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Night Gospel. I'm not even gonna say it's Sunday Night Gospel. This is Rogue going solo, trying to just keep us on schedule, make sure everybody knows that we're here every Sunday night. But it's gonna be a very casual show tonight. Mondroid's celebrating his birthday, so happy birthday to Mondroid. And hopefully he's having a wonderful, wonderful day. So if you guys got any stuff you want to send him, like hearty stonefishes, like go ahead, drop it in his box. Happy birthday, Mondroid. Send him a bunch of hearty stonefish. But yeah, no, it's amazing. It's amazing. So this week, I wanted to run through just the agenda real quick. So the big brain stuff for the week, we had Deuce Crypto on a big brain play. I'll actually run through all of these, and then I will run the spinning wheel for these three. So we got Our Faded Glory, we got the Haas, and we've got myself. I'm not gonna put myself on the wheel, but we also got Deuce Crypto here. So our boy Deuce, with so many headwinds units available in Modern going the distance, I turned on Elias Max Pruitt and Aerial Shield Maiden to get the job done. And this is definitely one of those where it's like, I think I remember watching this, and a part of me is almost like he didn't even need it. He was just wrecking. Yeah, when you get into these situations and like he's got 3 magics and a melee attack here, anytime you get pigeonholed into one of these 3 magic attacks or 3 attacks and you're able to kind of sprinkle in those other ones, that's huge. It's absolutely huge. So like that shield strike being the 4th attack like really helps you get away with some stuff as well. But yeah, you can totally expect that, especially in like the silence ones as well, you're going to be in the exact same boat. There's so much silence for those magic attacks that you just absolutely you just bring as much of the banned attack type as you can. So, and our meta right now is pretty thick of those two. So like what you saw, I think if like let's run it again here real quick, because I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4 of his units were able to attack outside of range. So 66% of his units were like killing it. So well done, my boy Deuce. Then looking at it this week, this was actually, I submitted this on Bjangles half. I didn't really, he's not, but I thought this was a great play. This was one of those that like I was thinking about this play and the meta play here. Keelan Gaines is obviously the choice. And so it's, setting up yourself in a way where, like, I went double silence with the reflect and the void in that spot, Keelan in the very back, ran the silence meleeer up front, right? That was the way that I countered it. The way Jangles countered it was he just said, I'm not going to give Keelan a snipe target, which is absolutely huge because, like, when you're setting up these teams, like, if you're trying to, like, what I had to do to counter Keelan is run 3 cards specifically with the intention of countering Keelan, right? So I had to run the void and I had to run double silence, and so my whole team was pretty suboptimal, still just relying on Keelan to do its job. What Jangles did was Jangles said, all right, I'm just going to run a straight melee team, and I'm going to build the whole melee team to still be amazing, and then by nature my front tank is going to have void, which is going to be the only Keelan answer that I'm going to have. And it's enough. If you do not give Keelan the opportunity to really kind of gain that life, because, like, he's coming in here with the sneaks, so, like, my best bet here is backfires and all that stuff. Like, that's the only risk, I think, with this. But he brought 1 slow, so Keelan's sitting at a 5, so we're talking a 10% chance, 10%, 10%, 20%. So really low chance, like low risk here. And yeah, Keelan is just going to do nothing really. He's gonna go right into this Cave Wise, gain like 1 life each, and piss off the Cave Wise. Cave Wise took 4 damage, but I'm just wide open for these sneak attacks. And his whole strategy, I guess that's really the main thing, is when you commit a certain amount of your lineup in order to, like, counter a specific card, you've made that overall lineup weaker to the rest of it, so like the way that this works in trading card games is this is what's called like the tier 2 cloud or something along those lines. It's like you have your meta decks, okay? Your meta decks are the XYZ strategies. They are the best strategies, blah blah blah. So what people do is they'll create these anti-meta decks, like strictly just to absolutely hate the meta. But then what happens is if they're not versatile enough, or if they're not strong enough to just beat the rest of the meta, then if you're not playing the thing you built to hate, then you just lose. And that's where we get into like why summoners like Tofu are so good. Because it's just good against a lot of things. And this is an example of, like, I built something to hate Keelan, and I at that point lost to just a melee sneak team, aggro melee sneak. And so I think he had like 3 ambushes on that team too. So and then his whole team was just set up in a way to counter Keelan, so it just wasn't worried about it. So very smart. I was very impressed with that one. Thought about that one a lot. Kept me up at night. So good job, Jangles. This one, big beautiful Bella with the ace. Anytime we're running this Bella, it's looking quite beautiful. So this is definitely one of those where, like, in the lower leagues, what I'm finding is this bad boy, the Uland Overseer, is just a stud in the lower leagues. I never played this card because I've always been playing in champ and all that stuff, and for that 11 cost, he doesn't give you that, like, the tank that you would expect for 11 in diamond. Now once you get to like silver and bronze and everybody's attacks are like really nerfed, the sustain on this guy is absolutely nuts. So Bella has also given this beast shield. So then with this 1 weapons training here, we got a big old dude up front that is just gonna be, I don't think he dies, frankly. He's too big. He goes nowhere. And so this is a magic reflect match, so the reflection shield that your whole team gets, like, you don't care. And yeah, I don't think he loses a single unit here, because that's a tank by definition. Like, you go in the Webster dictionary and you would find Silver League 11 cost no attack Ulund right next to tank. The Ulund Overseer. And yeah, when you get wins like this in, this actually feels really good too, because you're untouched. It's this is a flawless victory, actually. And if we ever got achievements, this would be one of those things where, like, you look at this whole team, there's not an ounce of red on anything. That's a flawless victory. That should be an achievement of sorts. Like, that's sick. So well done, Glory. Nailed it. And then last but not least, DeHaas. This is actually going to be a fresh view for me. I have not seen this one yet. So I cannot get away from playing Razi when death is available. So feels like all my potential big brain plays involve her, Painforge, and Corrupted Healing these days. I mean, realistically, when we're looking at it, especially in the lower leagues, that Corrupted Heal and Painforge is just so strong. It gets you up there pretty good. So let me take a look at what we kind of had going on here that played really fast. So we're again playing, so we're like in Gold League, and we're seeing level 1 teams. DeHaas is looking leveled up here though, so that's pretty sick. You got your collection booming. Good job, buddy. So we're running a gold foil, essentially a level 4, so that is silver tier gold foil Razi. Well done, buddy. So looking at this lineup, it was a magic match. Might is right. So very interesting play line from the opponent here. Don't see where they were at, but you for sure triggering your gnomes. That one though, we're triggering the gnome that actually isn't going to heal itself, so that's super risky. Let's see how that plays out. Man, that's thorns. So like they tried almost to run a team that wasn't attacking, so it wasn't gonna die, but there's no like sustain to go with it, so it's gonna just end up kind of running itself into the ground. That reflection, I love that so much. That Painforge is just such an amazing ability. Well done, DeHaas. Well done. All right, so yeah, let's see. Looking at those, who am I gonna pick? Who am I gonna pick? I'm gonna go with Deuce Crypto on this one. That's a classic Splinterlands play. Thinking outside the box when you're pigeonholed in. So great job, Deuce. I'm gonna send you 1,000 DEC, and then I'm gonna run quick little name spinner here. Wheel of Names, and we'll see. This will be kind of messed up. Like, we've already got the one data point that says oh nice, look, people are already in here. Die. So then we've got so we got Deuce, DeHaas, and OFG. All right, let's do it. Deuce Crypto on there twice for winning. Just kidding. All right, OFG, DeHaas. Is that everybody? Deuce. All right, so this is for a standard pack provided by the team. Let's go. Run it. Run it. Turtles. Zagley. There it is, buddy. Congratulations, Glory. I will send that pack over to you right meow. Right meow. Same thing as always. Send me a snapshot of what you opened in this pack. because I am interested. I am interested, my friend. But yeah, the opponent doesn't seem like they did a really good play in that, which honestly ties into what we talked about last week about inflation. Like, that seems like a very weird play to have, like, to have made it that far into gold with foundation and basic cards and still making plays like that. That seems like something might be up. So, generally curious. Whoop, black foil incoming. Yeah, let's do it. I want to see your name pop up, like, right here. Like, you pulled a jackpot card. That would be sick. If, like, everybody just on stream, we got that. How's everyone feeling about the conflict wagons? Oh, your boy is not a conflict guy. I do feel very good that I was super right and almost like a prophet. I don't know, Jangles, was I the first one to mention that or kind of bring that to light? I feel like I'm the one for that one. I'm taking credit for it, but maybe I wasn't. I feel like I was the first person to put everybody on alarm with how much conflict points you're going to need for airdrops. But one of the things that I guess I did want to do real quick was I wanted to look at just what I already know. Because Vorkis, I did the math. Vorkis running just a straight... Vorkis running straight Conclave Arcana with no blacks or anything like that. It's just conflicts, or just Conclave Arcana. I did the math. Alright, so Vorkis only CA is 290,300 points per hour, right? Which is just shy of 3 guaranteed copies using 18 battle wagons. So, like, a max foil or a max deck right now is only going to pull 3 copies, which is only going to get them to a silver level guaranteed of these cards. So, like, only foiled players are going to pull in excess of what they need. And so it's not, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting situation because I like that there isn't a lot that has been pulled at this point. So, like, there's still a lot of packs that are out there, and that's kind of like the big thing right now. Like, the main thing is all of these conflict cards will show up in the packs eventually. So, general distribution here early, I'm not super worried about. Just because I know that we'll get there eventually. But let me see. Let's look at the packs right now. Pack stats. So pretty big uptick in alchemy packs were purchased, but generally we're still minted 283 of the 100,000 there. 1.4 of the 500,000. So we've still got plenty of sale left, and there's not a lot in circulation. So when we look at the distribution, darn, I need my peak monsters. There you are. So when we look at the distribution of, not my cards, buy cards. I want to buy. I don't want to buy, but I want to talk. Legendaries. So, like, a Zargul right now has only got 3,000 printed copies. Zenshi's got 3,000 printed copies. So, I would expect that we're not going to get more than 3,000 of this airdrop. So, and then if we compare that to Rebellion, You know, Rebellion currently sitting on almost 5,000. And Rage itself is at 56. It was overprinted. Rage was the first one, and that's when they were kind of still honing in what it should have been, and Rage got overprinted, if I remember that right. It was almost like the same with the first airdrops for Chaos Legion. Those were overprinted as well. They didn't have their numbers right out the gate. So we'll see what ends up happening here. But Komoot, welcome. Thanks for the first time chat, buddy. Glad you're here. Glad you're hanging out with us. So we'll see kind of how this first one plays out. I can tell you the card itself is flipping amazing. I'm glad those stats got dropped on us today. We can actually talk about those. But price-wise, our most expensive legendary is at $15. We'll see what the price of this one ends up being. I mean, it's great. It's absolutely great, but I just don't know if the demand's going to be there to support it. And everybody that's going to have it in excess, I think the only people that are going to have it in excess are going to be people that are going to sell. So, I don't know. We'll find out. But it's also then a card we can just pull in packs, so it should level itself out. But how long do the rest, or how long after airdrops do the rest hit packs? Well, after the airdrop, at that point, it's available in packs. So at the end of the airdrop, when the card is released to the people that earned it, it will be pullable in packs right at that moment. So essentially, at the end of every 30 days, the packs will have a new legendary that can be pulled in them. So, but yeah, 111,000 points is crazy work for a guaranteed draw. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's opportunities in all this. One of the things that was a big struggle was in Rebellion. Everybody was doing conflicts, and there wasn't actually a lot of liquidity in the rental market. So there's a chance now that every person might not be participating. Like, my cards will actually still be on the rental market. So RoguePatton will be providing liquidity for rentals instead of conflicts, because it's just not worth it with how little that I have. But yeah, I think my strongest wagon is only going to be able to get 48 million points, so just half of what I need for a guaranteed card. Yeah, and this was one of those things that, I'm glad that we got ahead of it a little bit and was able to kind of curtail some of the expectations in the community, because people were trying to do math on old stuff, and they were just like, oh, my one black foil will get me 3 guaranteed cards. And I'm like, there's no flipping way. There is absolutely no way. So hopefully we got far enough ahead of that. I don't know generally. I haven't really had my thumb on the pulse. Maybe you guys have better. What is the company, or what is the community sentiment to that big number? Or was everybody kind of ready for it? Did we have enough warning that it made sense that this was going to come out really high? But they hit packs, yep, so neat. Unless I want to drop about $400, there's no chance for me hitting guaranteed BCX on this drop. Exactly. I did the math too, and it's about like that. Honestly, it's interesting though that and that's the way, I don't know how our community's just crazy, or the ecosystem is just crazy, because when I did the math, the black foils based on the different rarities and their CPs were all pretty accurate to the dollar value of what the equivalent of a guaranteed foil across the rarities of black foils. And so I was like, what? That's crazy. Because I think it was it's 5 black foil commons will get you there, and I think that's $600. I think 2 black foil rares will get you there, and that's $600 or something like that. It just generally, it's $600 was the number of the black foil cost for a guaranteed. It was crazy. But the pack had a Folan Flame Eye. Thanks, it leveled it up. Let's go. Good job. Did you snap it? Did you snap it so we can all look at it? I'll go pull it up. But yeah, we'll see generally what I think the rental market is and hopefully so. It's going to be healthier this time around, especially if as we have new players coming in, there needs to be rental liquidity. Like that's the biggest draw for players to kind of stick around early and try the product. So that's what I plan on doing, you know, for sure. Because and especially like Rebellion itself, Rebellion being half of the value, all of my rentals are Rebellion. So there's no reason for me to chase anything there. It is not worth it at all. So, but yeah, let's go. Let's look at this card. Let's look at this big, beautiful beast. So I saw this thing when it was still just a wee black and white scribble drawing, and I'm now staring at this beast of a card. So whoop. Yeah, that'll work. So let me tell you about my experience in testing with this card. So there was a couple things that I felt like, having played with this card, this was one of the other weird aspects of like our testing, is we didn't know kind of what was going to be promo, what was going to be conflict, what was going to be CA. So we just kind of had the pool of cards and we were playing with them. And this guy was ridiculous, and he was in honestly the same boat as Blazebeard was. And this is one of the things that like I was kind of adamant on correcting, was this this concept of bloodlust on these really aggressive cards that were only nerfed with Incendiary. And what I ended up finding was that Incendiary didn't stop the beast from going. Like, this thing noms, and when you give it that bloodlust, it for sure catapults it to another echelon, because it's already set up in a way with the dual attacks to just eat people. Execute allows it to eat more people, and Bloodlust will just keep it alive and make it untouchable. So this was definitely one of those cards that was just elite. It was absolute elite status. So this is a great start of like the first conflicts. So I fully anticipate the value of this. I don't know. That's where I'm watching it. And I will see, generally, I might make moves on the card solely based on price, like where it's at. Because like I wanted to trust my guns on Craniacs, but I was really shocked on how long it actually took everyone to figure it out. And so like I didn't, like, while Craniacs was a $5 card, I was like questioning my life. I was like, am I really a good Splinterlands player? Like, was that all a dream? Did this card suck? Nope, didn't suck. Just took everybody a minute to figure out. It's a great card. So, this card is going to be the exact same. It is. I just don't think it'll take as long for everybody to figure it out. But I will say that Craniacs does stop Bloodlust, which is helpful. But that's all it stops on this. This thing just eats. Execute on a double attacker is absolutely ridiculous. People's Guild talked about Little Nidhogg. He's totally right. I mean, frankly, this goes with any dragon summoner, which is something Aftersound talked about in his recent video. He nailed it. He wasn't a part of the testing team, but he nailed it. A cane is ridiculous. Like, if you're jumping 2 attacks right out the gate with execute, It's absolutely crazy. Some of the rule sets really you just go right to this guy. So like the way that our game works is there's cards that you just always have to think about because they're meta driving cards. So that's like Venka, that's Slade, that's Greybrow, that's Tofu, that's now it's the EMPs, the Keelan Gaines. This is going to be one of those cards now. You're just like, can they play this card? Yes, no. It's going to be one of those mental checklists that you just have to go through. This is going to be a card you got to respect. So, good luck. Good luck, everyone else. Have fun. Because the elites are going to have it. And luckily, I'm employed by some elites. So, I'm going to have one. Good luck, guys. But, oh man, is there a black foil in the Discord? Ooh, let's go. Oh my goodness. All right, so scrolling back up. I agree. Yeah, and I agree. I understand the team wanting to bring value to Aura, but 50 potions a card is madness. We talked about it last week. I don't want to rehash it, but man, it just doesn't make sense. You literally have like 5 cards right now that you can buy, each at like a different black potion value. I don't like it at all. I don't know. I don't like it. Anyway, Blaze posted the black foil. Yep, I'm gonna have to go take a look at that. I was really hoping Xerax was a core set card. He's gonna shake things up in a big way. I was hoping so too. But I mean, first airdrop core, yeah, it'll be close enough. This is a good one. They'll probably mess up his print run, and he might be. Do they ever mess it up the other way where they're not overprinted and super underprinted? Like the first airdrop, instead of having 3,000 copies, there's like 1,000 of them. That'd be fun. Because if I remember right, the pack mechanism then at that point will recognize the discrepancy, and you'll have a higher percentage of your legendary pools being this guy, because it'll try to correct itself through the course of pack openings. If I remember that, I could be crazy. But anyway, Blaze posted the Yep, no, I already read that. Sorry. But yeah, man, Black Foil Craniax is a dream pool. Yeah, it would. Oh man, I'd put that on a shelf. I don't know. Can we get a Dragon Bloodline Summoner on death? Oh, gross. Gross. No. Jeez. Alright, let's go take a look at it. Put the black foil on stream. I will. Where'd he put it? Tavern. Well, it's not in the eye candy. Where'd he put it? Where'd he put it? Let's see. Oh, he posted it in Tavern. Okay. Oh, I gotta scroll through Tavern. No. Don't want to. Blaze. Oh, yay, Jangles. He's tagging me. What a great guy. Woof. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Open link. There she is. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's going to be a good one. That's a good card. Oh. Wow. That is an absolutely beautiful card. Oh. Black foil of the Emberglaze. Can't get it if you don't put your name in the hat, right? Maybe I'll get a couple chances. That's just what I'll do. Instead of trying to go for like the 800 chances to guarantee one, I'm just gonna like put 4 chances out there. I'm just gonna be like, my name's in the hat. Let the RNG gods reign on us. The Hex and Emberglaze. I think it's Icefire. Don't know. Let's ask a robot. Google. What? Or yeah, we gotta actually use Google. No, never mind. What is an ember glade? All right. Painted ember glaze. Definition and use of pottery underglaze. Yep, gotta go to Google. Thanks, DuckDuckGo. I want to use DuckDuckGo, I really do. But, you know, sometimes it just doesn't do what you need it to do. What is an ember glaze? Am I spelling that right? Ember glaze. I am. It appears there might be a typo in the word ember glaze. It's not a real word. Based on the search results, it is... Oh, nope. Okay, there's some stuff. Is likely the intended word was either related to the popular card game Hearthstone, or is a combination of the words ember and glaze, meaning glaze or ice. Boom. Joey nailed it. He made up a word. There you go. He's making stuff up. He's like, it's fire and ice, baby. It's ember glaze. All day. His wife's like, what's an ember glaze? He's like, I made it up. Let's go. Ask Jeeves. Now we just need to ask Joey. Like, these are the real questions that the People's Guild need to ask when they have these guests on. Jangles, what is an ember glaze? That was an obvious question. Obvious question. You let him go without asking him. By the way, great episode, everybody. Make sure you go watch or listen to the People's Guild. Because that episode with Joey was awesome. Joey's every time I always forget, like he's wrote books. Like I need to actually like go read his books, because especially like the one dystopian one that he wrote sounds actually really cool. But he's like, fumbled the layup. Yeah, put that up on Town Hall Questions. What's an ember glaze? No, we figured it out. I guessed it, and I guessed it right. That was cool. It's Ice Fire. Democracy Inc. Yeah, that's right. Yep. That's definitely one that I'm interested in seeing or reading. All right. So yeah, we got the conflicts coming up. I'm not going to participate in those because I don't have a playing deck, at least on RoguePatton. RoguePatton's still doing rental incomes. Vorkis is Vorkis, like we talked about, not actually equipped to support itself, but Lorcus is a stud, and Lorcus is going to have plenty of basic copies, so Vorkis is going to be equipped by the time the Lorcus account is done with its pools. But I was really encouraged to find out that the mage wagons that we had from Rebellion are able to use right away, and we didn't need to park new resources into those. I thought that was really cool. I also like that there's a mage wagon tradable asset, which is really cool, because this is one of those concepts that they had talked about of like trying to make it seamless, where like maybe you don't need to know anything about land. Maybe you're just like, conflicts, I need to get a wagon. Cool. I'm going to go get a wagon. So if we go into conflicts and it says manage mage wagons. Look, I already have all those. So add wagons. So right here, build a mage wagon. And I can literally do it from the market. And I can just go buy one for DEC. So like, that's cool. That's what they talked about of like, you can just spend money and not really know or have to know all the things you got to combine to do the thing. And they've made it seamless so that everybody that is here and does know can build all this stuff for people that don't, you know? And so that's really cool. I was a touch, like I was honestly hoping I might be able to cash in on the wagons that I already had, since I'm not going to use them. But Wagons are soulbound, so they'll be there. And it'll be nice. Like, I won't need wagons because, I don't know, I own, how many do I own? Back. Oh, I found an infinite back loop. That's not back enough. UX UI. I found a back loop. No! Take me back to my backpack. I don't even know where I was at. Back. And then cancel? Nope. There is literally no way to get back. I have to go to conflicts. Submit it. Figured it out. Yo, is this Tails' music? No, it's not Tails' music. He doesn't have a copyright on this. But yeah, no, it's his intro song that he has, but it's Panda Trap, actually. Panda Beats is the copyright-free publisher of these songs, and this one's specifically from their trap album that they did. This was the stuff that I looped all the time during my Splinterlands TV show as well. So I've been running the same tracks for years. But yeah, I like that he's used it enough in his episodes that triggered you to think of Tails. That's actually pretty cool. That's good on him. But yep, I love some land talk. That dived in real early in SPL because it's cool AF. Yeah. So we will probably talk a lot more land in this week's episode. Why? Because you got, can you toss your RB cards on your wagons? I could, but I don't want to. I think rental asset wise, they're better than what they would. Like, I will probably earn enough DEC to buy a card outright in 30 days versus staking those and trying to earn one. You know what I mean? From the half CP. So like from a straight DEC cost, like there's no. Like, I will rent and I will probably buy with some of the earnings there. But I don't know. We will see. Are you having a level up life? Yeah. Who is your guest next week? You had mentioned potentially having the UX UI guy on there, and so that was actually going to be interesting. But drove the map price from 26 DEC for a wagon to around 3,300 DEC in the last week or so. Yeah, I mean that's a good min price. Land's still pretty interesting. There's a lot of stuff that you can do now. You know, we've got the mage wagons, we've got the tickets, we've got the auction marks, which haven't happened yet. I guess let me do one of these future telling things for you guys again, since I absolutely nailed the conflicts. Let me tell you about a time that we're going to experience here real soon, right? If they follow the trends the way that they're doing right now, we are going to have a voucher promo. Okay, so if we go to the shops and we go to exclusive, we are going to have a voucher promo because they're on a rotation and they're on a plan where we go from a common or a rare to an epic to a common to a legendary. Okay, so this is the last of the cycle where we started with the Mana Warden. Then we went to the Poison Burst guy. Can't remember his name, but he was the legendary. We went from a common to a legendary. Came back to Keelan as a rare, and then we went to Shoshi as an epic. Okay, full cycle. We go back, okay, to a common. Then we're gonna have all of that, but then right after that's a legendary. Okay, if we have another legendary voucher card in the shop, and if we keep the auction system that they've already built for the pickle and they built for Dracoshan, Dracomoto, then you can guarantee that the legendary promo or the legendary arcane black foil is going to be a one-on-one, one of one, that is going to use auction marks to go after it. You guys saw what the #1 print of Heloise did. Just saying. I'm just saying. There's going to be a one of one with auction marks in like 8 months. Yeah. Because if they're in the 3-month cycle. But anyway, put that out there. Only 6 lucky people have just heard that little earworm now and have a 8-month jump start on trying to battle a whale with auction marks. We'll see. We'll see. But we're trying to get Tyler. So yeah, Tyler's the UX guy. Sweet. Pickle is a weird thing for the first auction mark thing. Well, I'm glad. I think Pickle's a good one to start on because Pickle's a common. So there's gonna be quite a few of those. And it'll be a good kind of benchmark for like where the value is on that. You know, it's like a one of 20, I think is what the commons are. And then the Drakamoto's going to be like a 1 of 5, if I remember right. So the rares, I think, are a 1 of 10 or something along those lines. I don't remember. Then the legendary is a 1 of 1. So well, I think starting with the common is actually going to be pretty cool to kind of get a feel for what that's like. But yeah. Well, I'm actually, I just want to get to it right now. That's the crazy part. So thank you, Jangles, for giving our boy Komote a sub. We appreciate you. So if we look at the pickle, how is the pickle doing? What do we got left? 10 days still for the pickle. So then after the pickle in 10 days, we got July 29th, which is in 16 days. So the fortune draws start there. And then the black foil will start on the 23rd. And yeah, there's going to be 20 of them. So yeah, we'll see what the auction marks kind of do from that standpoint and go from there. Oh yeah, by the way, Glory, tried to take your pictures and make emojis, but they were JPEGs. It seems like the AI generator's making JPEGs, not PNGs. And I wasn't able to manipulate or modify those in any way, so I apologize. Weren't able to do any of the emojis that we kind of talked about last episode. But yeah, so we're maintained 5th in overall number on snaps for the week, by the way. Let's go. I mean, honestly, I'm so glad. There were times when I would get on and we weren't even on the trending, and I was like, what is Splinterlands doing that we're not on the snaps trending? Like, seriously, this is crazy. So I'm glad that we're up there. Looks like more folks joins the Splinterlands snaps game too. That's awesome. Yeah, because I've noticed that too. I've been seeing snaps from just people that generally snap asking about Splinterlands too. So that was pretty cool. Bro, you need to update these emotes. I need to pay somebody, I guess. I need to pay somebody. Can't do it. I am technically illiterate. This is where you need a team to make a great production on all of this, and this is why like the Splinterlands team, like working for Splinterlands TV was amazing. Because this is my talent. I'm the face, I'm the voice, I'm the color, like that's it. That's all I got. I don't have emojis. I apologize. I'm sorry. This is my best. This is what I can do. And even this was a stretch. You should have seen some of the first like meetings that I had with Ron, and he's like trying to run me through like the technical aspects. He's like, "Can you open up your settings?" And I'm like, "Where's that?" He's like, "Oh God." He's like, "Yeah, you're running at like this many, pixels and all that stuff. It needs to be at this, and like your refresh rate's at this." And I'm like, That's nice. That's nice. Will be interesting to see what kind of participation the auctions get. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting too. But how long ago did Splinterlands TV die? A year and a half? a year and a half. I want to say it was the end of 2023, if I remember right, when Matt took over. I mean, it was when Matt took over, when it was shortly after the second round of layoffs, which was one of those moments where, like, I don't know, we weren't laid off, and it almost kind of like, as a member of the community, having been a part of like watching the layoffs and all that, like, we dodged that, and it felt good, but then it also felt bad because I didn't understand it, you know. And in my head, it was like it was cool, like our Splinterlands TV, like a 24/7 like streaming was pretty cool, but I mean, we were pulling maybe 20-25 viewers at a time. We would only crush 100 or so if we were giving away something stupid, you know. So it was still very heavy giveaway driven, and so, like, I don't know if that need for content, that 24/7 was there to like justify it, but like, I miss it 100%. And just generally being supported by the team in that aspect was amazing. Absolutely loved it. Whoa, what is that? Check with Blaze like I did and just use some of the team images again. Just okay it with Blaze. I did. I felt like I asked him for the assets. That's awesome. I see you with a little shaky card. Shaky card. I want that. Ah, crap. That's amazing. Ah! Okay. Yeah, just got sidelined. Don't think it was officially axed. Yeah, the channel's still there. The Ron's still there. Like, the infrastructure's still there. It's something they could probably fire up again if they wanted to. Frankly, I mean, I was always of the opinion, like, I would do it for SBS at the end of the day. Like, they don't have to pay me in US dollars and whatever. Like, I'll do it for SBS. Just because I enjoyed it that much, for sure, and I believe in SBS. Like, I'll be a millionaire off that. But that's pretty cool. We had 24-hour content going. It was a great effort. All of the streamers were great because they were global. We had streamers from every country just about, and so it was real. It was really cool, you know. And depending on the different times, you know, you were in like these different regions at that point. Like, the audience was from different areas. It was really cool. It was really cool. Have some of my fondest memories. I hosted Matt once for a tournament, and that was really cool. You know, we gave away one of his Roonies in a tournament, and that was pretty cool. You know, there was like 30. I don't know. There was a lot of streamers that was part of the team, and only 2 of us got selected, and I think it was like time zone wise it worked out really good, but I was able to host him, and like, that was amazing. I absolutely loved doing a show with Matt, but yeah, then, you know, at some point it just made sense that we had to go. But man, I'd feel a slot showing off some low-end games. But I mean, when I was doing it, I think I was silver, honestly. When I started Splinterlands TV, I was still a silver gold league player. I wasn't playing at the top echelon at that point when I started, but throw a little SPS and DSC, you'll do it regular. Yeah, I'd like to see it fired up again without all the giveaways and see. Yeah, it would be interesting. It would be interesting, especially now that we're getting the marketing going, to have a place like, it's almost like a live tech support. Like, hi, my name is Rogue. Welcome to Splinterlands. We love you. Is there anything you need to see? Like, and it's literally like, I am an interactive host, and you know, I'm not a bot. I'm like right there, you know, playing the thing that you're interested in right now, and ready to answer whatever you need. But so yeah, no, that was it was a crazy time. But you know, that's not where we're at right now. Oh man, it's already, woof. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm sorry I got late. I need to what I need to do is I need to go to my Elmo Burns. And I need to refresh this page because it didn't have my right balances. And I need to go purchase my booster pack for the day, which I have not done. And I'm going to... black foil potions are getting higher. No! No! Ugh. Darn you, inflation. Who do we blame for inflation in the game? Like, who's the Joe Biden of Pretoria? That's what I need. You know, it's like, darn you, Rick Lonerman. who's the guy that I need to go after? All right. I'm always using up my credits. When I got them, I'm still putting in $20 a paycheck. So, yeah, the Twitch airdrops, when that starts, that's gonna be pretty interesting. That's gonna be really interesting. I love the concept. I absolutely love the concept. Speaking of, I got some like OGs in here. Where are you guys sitting at channel points? Like, why aren't you guys redeeming anything? Are you guys saving up for like the 10K? Where are you guys at? Like, nobody's challenging. Like, Mondroid and I have had like 5 episodes in a row. Like, I think it was only our first episode where Jangles sent us a challenge. Yeah, where are you guys at on channel points? Pretty interested. All right, so yep, I got the one more from the team, so that one's mine. Got my black foils. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's do it. Touch, 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 touch. Open sesame. People skills at 7K. You're at 7K too? What? I'm at 5K. Okay, all right. I'm saving for flipping a ribbon, baby. Okay. I mean, that's what it's for. That's what it's for, baby. I wish there was a way. One of the things that I wanted to do for subs, and I tried to dive into the stats at all to see if I could like increase the points that people earn for subs and all of that. Yeah, I'm still need to kind of really ramp through some of that aspects. But yeah, let's do it. Black foil all day, every day. Not a game. Coming. Oh, 2 rares. All right. There we go. Rare number 1. Ooh. I play that card all the time. I will say, when this thing levels up, it's got Rust. And Rust seems to be a pretty rare ability in the new meta. And so I use that ability often. I love Rust. Come on. Big money. Oh, no. This was not a good one. Yeah. All right, let me see what I got. Do our Explorer here. 74-cent pack. Yikes. We did it. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. But that's the beautiful thing about the legendaries right now, is they actually pay for a lot of stuff. So not even an Archon. Yeah, right. 2 rares. Couldn't pull 1 Archon out of either of those to help sustain that pack. Oh, burn that black foil. I mean, if you find it, you are more than welcome to. Or you can own a black foil for like a ridiculously low amount of DEC, like, which I also think is marketable. Like, that's a cool thing. So don't feel like you have to, guys. You don't have to burn it. But yeah, bad pack. Oh well. We're still, I mean, oh man, at this point, we're almost a month. We're almost a month into this. Yeah, so I got 25 days. That's going to be 26 days. And we're only running about $7. Like, we're about 2 packs in the negative right now. Like, let's go. I've opened 26 packs, and I'm only like $8 under what like pulling it in the market would be. So not bad at all, in my opinion. Like, that's fine. If we hover there, then that means like our packs are good. That means the supply and demand is good. You know, if expected value from the packs are kind of like hovering around that pack value, then we're doing all right. Am I slamming survival today? No, generally, I still don't have time at the end of the day. If I were to selfishly slam anything on my own account, I'd be taking away from Vorkus, or I'd be taking away from tournaments for Woody. And, you know, that's not, you know, I am a scholar, and that is my responsibility, is to maintain those. And so my account's on autopilot, but bot it, brother. I mean, it is botting, but it's botting in wild. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll turn it on tonight and see what it does. But I think last time, like, I don't know, it did something stupid. So I'll see what it does. But, you know, I've only got one ups, so we'll see. But I don't think, I got the Archmage bot, and I don't know if it does the best in this one. But it's worth it. I might try it once. We'll see what it does. But no, I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. Big shout out to Mondroid, my boy. Getting old sucks, but at least we're here in Pretoria, and the land is nice, and we'll pick a nice little plot for a retirement home for him. We'll put him out to pasture. But another week in Pretoria down. We got a season ending tomorrow again, which is I think what happened 2 weeks ago for us, which means that this was only a 14-day season, which kind of makes sense. All of the data is just out of whack at this point. We're gonna see some crazy stuff. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. 9,000 on the leaderboard, and that's wild numbers, and wild runs bots. So, like, woof, you know, that's bot activity that can get you up this high. So the fact that, like, we're doing that with human players over here, yeah, we got pretty inflated. So we got top 100 is gonna be, hold on, is top 100 gonna be all over? Wow, it was a lot. Wow, 4,600 is gonna be 100. Woof. Let's see where we were at last season with that. Does this thing, there we go, last season. Boom. So 39. It's a 700 point difference between 100th place last season and this season. Don't tell me inflation's not real. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so the best rankings last time were up in 7 grand range, with 4,300 being champ 1, and champ 1 still kind of had a cutoff there. Yeah, right at 60. Right at 60. So now now we're up to 9,000. And yeah, the cutoff is well over 100. But yeah, let's see. I mean, this is ridiculous. Inflation's fun, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. Those bots did not do well. I think they're shut off. Are they shut off? Somebody's gonna have to let me know, because I haven't seen one in like a really long time. So I feel like they got shut off, but I'm not entirely for sure. But OFG's thinking about botting his main because I can't get the games in, focusing on my $70 account right now. Yeah, content creation, I mean, sometimes it drives decisions like that. And so, you know, as long as you're still enjoying it and you're still having fun, like, yeah, I recommend doing whatever you got to do. But what's the fix on the flat rating system? The fix is probably just creating, probably turning champion into elo rating is what I would probably say. Have everything pre-champion be normal. Once you've kind of climbed through the ranks and you can break the threshold into champion, then you're essentially, you would sign up for elo rating for that season. And then we kind of go from there. Then you can have your liquidity bots and you can have whatever, because when they underperform, you don't get much, you know, at the end of the day. But like our pool wouldn't be, I don't know, it just wouldn't be that ridiculous. SPS stake would still be pretty important, but you know, you want to play real players, because if you play real players, you're gonna make more on those wins, you know. Because yeah, I mean, I understand that there were issues in the past, like, you know, your top players, you know, they'd play and they'd win and it'd be like +3, +3, +3, and then when they lose one, it's like -25. And like in our game that doesn't make sense, because I mean, because the actual RNG aspect of the game, like if you're at a 60% win rate, you're pretty damn good in this game. Like if you're playing champion with a 60% win rate, like you're doing all right. So we have to kind of incorporate the elo rating to a, like, kind of hone in on that percentage, you know what I mean? Of like, if you're above natural RNG, then you'll progress up in ranks. But like if you're below, then like you're not. And just not create this giant gap to where you can go from 9,000 to whatever. Like once you've crossed over into champion, I don't, make it 2 or 3 or even 1 point. Like who cares at that point? Like make it just your, like, you know, like Kirsten would be up like 485 points or something because of 485 wins. I don't know. But yeah, you'd get more points for beating people that are closer to you and some that aren't. But MTG Arena does it for the top end. It exists in TCGs already. Yeah, and I mean, it's not a new concept. I know Gods Unchained did it. Once you crossed over into Mythic, essentially you were on like an elo rating instead of like when you were in the other ratings. You know, they kind of made it difficult, which was pretty cool. Like right now in our game, there's like a flat 900 rating in order to, like, it's 300 per tier, 900 per block, right? So 300 for bronze 3, bronze 2, bronze 1, 900 out of bronze. Silver 333, 900 gets you out of silver. Same thing all the way up, right? Where Gods Unchained was set up in a way where it was essentially, while you were in gold league, or let's just say while you were in silver league, like a 50% win rate, like if you were able to get, I don't know, 6 wins before you lost 3 times, then you would be able to move on to the next ranking. If you lost 3 times in that range, like, then you would reset, but you'd still be in that ranking. Then there was almost like a threshold of, like, if you experienced 3 losses before you got to like almost the safety point, then you would actually drop a league, is kind of the way that they set theirs up. So that's where like it would shift based on that. Like if you were able to run a lot of wins with a very low loss rate, you'd move up to the next one. And if you experienced more losses than you were wins, you'd move down a block. And then you'd end up kind of being this point where like the perfect, like where our game tries to hit, like Matt talked about it, and really it just doesn't feel good. Like a 50-50 win rate doesn't feel good. Winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. That's not good psychology in my mind. But the way Gods Unchained had it set up was, if you were kind of in a spot where you were in good competition, then you would win to the point of safety, but you would, before you ended up moving on to the next league, you would experience enough losses that you would reset, and then you'd win enough, get past the safety point, and then come back. This was like how they kind of maintained people in their stuff. So like then on that same, like, you have to win 6 before you lose 3 for silver, like gold would then be like you'd have to win 10 before you lose 3 or something like that. Like that would be how they kind of grouped it. And then when you got to the top level of play, you were put into the elo pool of mythic. In order to drop out of the elo pool of mythic and go back to the original one, like you had to have, I don't know, almost like 5 losses right in a row as soon as you got there. Because like when you win, you'd get some elo rating, and like you'd be like well above, like you'd start at a level where it was like almost, let's say 4,300, and if you dropped to 38, they'd kick you out and you'd have to reclimb through the last tier. And that was the other important part, is you'd reclimb through these other areas. So that's the way they had it set up. It made a lot of sense for me there. And that's something I would like to replicate here, is this kind of like blocks of player efforts. You know what I mean? And I think that would kind of stop. But like then we get into whatever liquidity issues. But I don't understand why Gods Unchained doesn't have a liquidity issue. I feel like we have more players than they do, but I don't know. I don't ever struggle finding a match over there, so. Oh well. That's something for something else, but that's my idea on that. That's how I would fix the rating. And go from there. But anyway, guys, it is 10:05. I need to make my way to bed. Got a start of a work week, but guys, another week down in Pretoria. Thank you for hanging out with us in the chat. You guys are awesome as always. You guys make the show so easy and so fun, and make me want to get on every single week just to see you guys. Even when my boy Mondroid takes the day off to celebrate his birthday. So happy birthday, Mondroid. Have a great week, all of you guys, and we will see you next week. Cheers.